affairs. Facts and opinion. Their future in our hands. Markets. Globalist technocrats versus the people. A line in the sand. The McIntyre Report.
And welcome, folks, to McIntyre Report. This is a special edition on investor education and entrepreneurship. 21st Century is an organization I built over 25 years ago to help create a modern-day education system I believed I would love to have been taught at school. I wrote my best-selling book back in the year 2000, what I didn't learn at school but wish I had that. All viewers, you can go to anr.news and download that free of charge. It's recently been republished, just online version. It will also be available. You can go to 21stcenturyu.com. You can take advantage of that book and many others complimentary of this show. Our investor clients now have surpassed $10 billion collectively. Great news. And how they're able to do that, you can see it coming across the screen there, is that the financial predictions that myself and others, or particularly myself, have made at 21st Century U over the last 26 years have proven to stand the test of time. We told people, our investor clients, that we were buying gold and silver at around $300 or less than $300 USD in the late 90s, and that would be a very good idea to do it because in my book, I think the 5th chapter, I talk about the financial fraud of a Federal Reserve banking system, which was once just a conspiracy. It was run by private bankers, and a conspiracy that it wasn't federal, nor did it have any reserves. Well, that conspiracy turned out to be true, like many conspiracies have in the recent years. And we talked about that and exposed the banking cartel and the rich families that set up in 1913 the Federal Reserve, and they were printing effectively counterfeit money and loaning it to the US government by the control over the issuance of who issues money. All wars are banker wars, as many people now understand geopolitically, who gets to control the issuance of money. And that's why World War III is coming, because there's certain BRICS currency being planned by BRIC plus nations to create their own currency and ditch the US dollar. And those who issue US dollars, and you think it'd be the federal, you think it'd be the government, it could be the government, but JFK, the president, tried to put it back in out of the Federal Reserve, which isn't federal or have any reserves, into the power of the governments. And unfortunately, he was assassinated before he could achieve that. Gaddafi of Libya was putting together an African oil currency that would have the trade in its own currencies, particularly for rich oil nations. And he ended up passing away not long after that as well. Many have talked about it. BRICS looks like it's going to do it, or at least trading in their own dollar currencies, moving away from a de-dollarization. But the bottom to the story to that is that it was creating a lot of fiat currency, being endless printing. And we've seen since the COVID pandemic, massive printing. Also before that, 2008, the credit GFC, but particularly in the last 5 years, massive endless printing of money. So, of course, we were suggesting a long time ago, hold gold and silver as currencies that debase and print it into destruction. Gold will go up a lot in value, and we can say now it's hit $5,000 US. So our clients have bought silver and gold at less than 300 US, have done very well, but that's not where most of the money was made. We also told our clients for the last 25 years to buy at least 2 properties in Australia. The Australian property market will boom. It'll double every 10 years at least, and just 2 properties. We used to talk about an example you can see on YouTube or some of events. Buy 2 investment properties for $150,000, and 10 years later they'll double to $300,000. 10 years later, $600,000, and 10 years after that there'll be about $1.2 million. So people that did buy $150,000 investment property, seems hard to believe you can buy that in Australia now. 2.5 decades later, they would be close to $1 million each. They would have a couple of $1 million in net equity. The properties will probably be paid off too now. So obviously, most of our clients' wealth has come by buying real estate, and it's gone up massively in value. But that wasn't where we stopped. With 2010, we told people we're going to the US, and we went over to the US and we're buying, walking around the street like a game of Monopoly and buying homes for $50,000 to $75,000 US in the streets of Phoenix, Arizona, and other cities that were once 350,000 at the height of the market in 2008 before the GFC crash. And Americans were paying 350,000 for these homes that now no one wanted to touch for 50 or 75,000. But we knew, even if the market didn't go back up, well, we didn't know, but we predicted that the rental returns alone, and even as Warren Buffett had said, if he had a way of buying 100,000 properties and managing them, he would have himself. We obviously bought 400 properties, and we're very happy with that. Also, the Forex trade out of that, we were buying when our dollar was equal to about the US dollar. And we said even that'll probably just back to 72 cents weighted, and it's down to 66 cents now. So the Forex trade you'd make just on buying in US dollars to buy US property when it's Australian dollars equal, then it drops back to 66 cents where it is now, is a massive increase on your capital growth on top of the properties going up in value, on top of the rents, etc. But where a lot of clients also made money, and in 2013, we told our clients to start buying a thing called Bitcoin. I just had a feeling, and because I believed in it, I was a libertarian, and I was starting to buy it. So many of our clients started buying under $100 US, and we told them to sell it at 110,000 US. And it peaked at about 120,000. So clients have made an absolute fortune from that. Of course, we taught them how to save money, invest wisely, and avoid typical financial planners that are selling things on commission, and to build businesses or extra income. So that's also accumulate the wealth. So well done, 21st century clients and Australian National Review readers. Collectively, those investor clients have now made over $10 billion, and that's just rising. Let's go have a quick look at this video now. We'll be back with some more.
Opportunities like this don't appear when a destination is already famous. Introducing Nesara Bay City, a newly reimagined coastal city in South Lombok. Designed as a low-density, nature-integrated mini-city, not a high-rise mega-project. Beachfront living, resort-style amenities, and a master plan built for long-term growth. This is where early vision becomes long-term value.
The McIntyre Report.
Well, there you can see the Nesara Bay City. Obviously, to get land of the size to build a city in Bali is very difficult unless you go a long way away from where people want to be. But South Lombok's only 106 kilometers from Bali, 45 minutes to the international airport at Lombok, which Jetstar has said last year Perth-Darwin flights would go direct to Lombok this year. And internally, some of my Jetstar contacts staff have said they announced last year also internally that Brisbane, Melbourne, and Sydney are planned for 2026 direct flights as well. But it's only a 20-minute flight from the Bali airport across to Lombok, Gili Islands. Many people know Lombok and North Lombok, but this is South Lombok. Let's have a look a little bit about Nesara Bay City, expat city. Homes from 3-bedroom luxury homes from less than $199,000 Australian. I have a friend on the Gold Coast, Australia, selling granny flats for $250,000, and he's run off his feet. Yet you can have a modern luxury home for less than that. And especially now we talk about finance, how people are able to get interest-free loans, zero credit checks, deposits now as little as 20%. It's just making it affordable. And that's why many people are looking for an investment property as a holiday home, as a plan B, second home, or to come and live as they're happy to get out of Australia. I'll just screen share now quickly, and let's go through this presentation and share with you how to get interest-free loans, etc. So here we go. So Nesara Bay City, coastal mini city being built. It's already under construction. I'm in this location every month, checking on progress. It'll ramp up construction in a big way in coming months as our construction teams wrap up their Bali and Semiac projects and move on over there, and the permits across different estates there are finalized to enable larger scale construction. But we hope the first restaurant, etc., would be open on this site within the space of 90 to 120 days. And here's some imagery just so you can see just the sheer beauty of this place, what's planned. This is showing real life footage of the bay and water with the images of some of the plans to go in there. Stunning coastline, white sand beaches, 106 kilometers from Bali. Fast ferry service already goes Eka Jaya from Bali across the Senegi. Takes about 2 hours by ferry, and then that's an hour and a half drive down to this site. In the future, there's a harbor behind here. We're looking at the beach. Behind here is a harbor, and that will have a fast ferry service added to that as well, and also a super yacht VIP service is planned. We had a look at this. You saw some of the beautiful beaches before, but this is the actual location of Nesara Bay City. You can see it's absolutely superb, stunning coastline, and it's yet to be developed. So Nesara Bay City, you can see there the harbor in the background. That's where super yacht marina is planned, and ferry service, a very safe harbor there. And all this area here, you can see most of this is where the city will be built. You can see the lake in there where one of the first resorts is going, etc. So the imagery is stunning. You can see some of the construction work there. That's resort side on the left, you can see. And the lake and water flowing out to the ocean there. That's near town center. You can see area there, etc. So it's already some minor construction is underway. A lot more work to be done, but it will open. The first villas, etc., definitely be opening this year. Hopefully, you'll be able to come and stay there as soon as May or June in some of the villas. That's an aerial view. You can see the harbour in the background and the inlet there where the water comes in. So all this land all around here. So let's skip through this. And why Indonesia as an investment market? Well, the data that we do and the analysis, it's expected to become a top 2050 economy in the world, top 4, sorry, by 2050. So, it's moving up rapidly. Its future is looking very bright. Used to be a third world nation, certainly not anymore. Why are many Australians moving overseas? Well, as we mentioned before, high cost of living, remote work has changed everything too. Since COVID, people can work off Zoom or don't have to go to the office anymore. So a lot more people now can work from home, and if they can live in Indonesia or Lombok or Bali, for a fraction of the cost, it's such a better lifestyle for a lot less money, and it's close to Australia. But also Europeans love also Lombok as well in particular, but white sand beaches and surfers, and people love surfing. Of course, Lombok's a major attraction, even better than Bali for that. And that's why short flight from Australia, affordable, thriving expat communities. Bali is really the global refugee camp, I call it. A healthy lifestyle, great food, and beautiful people. Let's go a quick ad break. We'll be back with some more.
Opportunities like this don't appear when a destination is already famous. Introducing Nesara Bay City, a newly reimagined coastal city in South Lombok. Designed as a low-density, nature-integrated mini-city, not a high-rise mega-project. Beachfront living, resort-style amenities, and a master plan built for long-term growth. This is where early vision becomes long-term value.
What does $78,000 get you in Bali? Introducing Resort KN videos by LUX. Studios from $79,000 AUD. Hotel-style amenities. Live, work, unwind. Unique design villas, live in or rent out. Prime Seminyak location. Steps to dining, cafes and beach clubs. Projected net annual returns, 12 to 18% PA. Thinking of moving to Bali? Own your place in Seminyak. Own at Resort KN.
The McIntyre Report.
And welcome back, folks. Special episode, McIntyre Report, talking about our successful investor clients over the last 25 years have now collectively, 21st Century You and Australian National View readers have made, or the investor clients particularly that attended our events many years ago, have now made collectively over $10 billion and growing rapidly. The reason we talked about before, most of that wealth has come not from buying Bitcoin below $100 US, when I financially predicted and told our investor clients, I even told people in the public to do it under $100 US and sell at 110,000 US. But most of them made their money not necessarily just from gold and silver, of course, buying gold under $300 US when we told them in the late 90s. It's been a very good decision considering now it's hit 5,000 US and silver skyrocketed this year, as was predicted and expected. And of course, not just from buying US property, the bottom of the property market after the GFC in 2010, which many did well from, but predominantly most of that wealth's been created over time by buying Australian real estate 25 years ago, or over the last 25 years, and property doubling pretty much every 10 years in Australia. But of course, I told people 3 years ago, the next big trend, if you missed out on many of those ones, is to look at Bali property, Indonesia property, expat type markets, because the next big trend is people departing the West or diversifying out of the West, either relocating some of their money out of the West. Record high property prices, the cost of living has got too high, it's becoming unaffordable, or just becoming highly censored countries or crackdowns we've seen through the COVID lockdowns, etc. And people just getting a little bit uneasy about the future direction of the West, including Australia. So many people are looking to diversify their money, etc. And that's why this show is all about this episode is really about investing in places like Indonesia, whether it's Bali or Lombok. We've just talked about Nesara Bay City and also interest-free loans that are available through Lux, the property development company that's a major sponsor of the McIntyre Report and Australian National View Independent Media. So let's go into Hotel K as one of the brands, and I'll screen share this for you so we can have a look at that. So here we have Hotel K as one of the brands by Lux. Let's have a look at some of their new locations. You can use all the interest-free loans on these purchases as well. K Collection is about 9 hotels planned in the K Collection. There's already several under construction. One's about to finish and open up in coming months in Seminyak. So we have 2 particular destinations, one in Bali. There's multiple ones, about 4 being built in Seminyak, Bali now. There's one being built as we speak in Tabanan, a Hotel K wellness retreat. And there's 9 planned for Nesara Bay City in Lombok, all by Lux. So most apartments and penthouses are sold on 20-year lease titles, but then most of them now, even including one in Seminyak, you can upgrade to freehold, unlimited freehold for as little as 20% more. This has been proven very popular. So in Nesara Bay City and Lombok, all properties you can upgrade 20% to. In Seminyak, there's only a limited amount of sites that you can do freehold for a 20% increase. Where generally it's 400 or 500% more expensive for freehold in Bali. So it's a unique offer Lux is able to make for its clients. So you can see here the various different hotels. Hotel K, I also have a brand Resort K there in Seminyak that's being built. Multiple entry points. These start from 79,000 Australian. If you're listening from the United States or US dollars, you're talking what below 60,000, 56, 57,000 US, less than 50,000 euro is the entry point into Hotel K studio apartments that we can generate. A typical studio apartment will generate 375 to 400 Australian dollars per week. 2,000 Australian a month. Once again, that's about a little over 1,000 a month in euro, a little over 1,250 USD. Most of the Hotel Ks, or pretty much all of them, have ice baths, saunas, steam rooms, massage, gyms, cafes, etc. So they have 4.5 star services, as you can see there. They also generally, top floor is generally penthouses, bottom floors are generally studios, and there's also 1 bedroom, in some cases 2 bedroom apartments. But the most popular are studios because they're inexpensive. It's all studios are fitted out with a kitchenette, etc. So they can also get that permanent rental market, which is at, you can pick up that 375, 400 Australian per week in your permanent rental market with the expat market, or you can also rent it out on hotel rates. Fully managed, fully furnished, all these Hotel K range of apartments and penthouses. That's an example of a penthouse in Seminyak project. Most projects will also have conference centers to help with bookings, weddings. Conference centers help boost and fill out the city, the hotels faster. That's one of the Hotel Ks in Seminyak. And then if we can look at some of the other, Resort K is another one. This is under construction right now in Seminyak as well. This is part of the Lux Village and Resort in Seminyak. So it all comes with all the different features, etc. After this, I'll show you some of the villas that Lux also builds in the Nesara Bay City. That's Resort K there. 2 large pools, cafes, bars, restaurants, ice bars, sauna, the gym, conference facilities, etc. So this is under construction. This is expected the first stage of this Resort K to open late March 26. Another one being built. This is Hotel K Creekside. This is also in Seminyak, but there's a particular one we're looking at. We'll show you a new one. This is the similar design, but this is on the beach in beachside apartments in Nesara Bay City. We also have another Hotel K Oceanside, close to the beach with stunning ocean views. We have Hotel K Hillside, stunning views looking towards the harbour in Nesara Bay City and also towards the ocean. Hotel K Reef Retreat is opening as well, is now available for sale. So there's about 4 different hotel Ks now for sale. Nesara Bay City, you've seen some of that in other presentations. That's in South Lombok. 9 hotels planned for Nesara Bay City. And so that's some of the typical styles: modern, light, airy, simple, but great locations and great services. It's what people want. See the interiors, modern, etc. So there you have just some of the projects there. Let me show you very quickly. This is some of the existing villas Lux has built in Seminyak, Bali, that are already completed. Just to give you a look at the different style designs, and then I'll show you quickly some of the others. Also, freehold apartments we mentioned there from 99,000. You can take advantage of it. You just pay 20% more for freehold. You can see quite even penthouses from 395,000. That's Australian dollars. So everyone watching this presentation, as I promised, you can go to Lombok Free Report now, or nesarabaycity.com, or Bali Free Report, any of those websites, and you can claim up to $35,000 deposit grant. In some cases, you can use a full grant off a single property and special. Others, you have to spread it across a couple of properties. No limit to when you can spend that. And you also, everyone will get $500 accommodation voucher to use, book in for a couple of nights, come and stay in any of Lux projects across Bali or Lombok. Nesara Bay City we've covered before. Let's skip through this. I'm going to show you a few of the villa range before we wrap up. You can see the stunning quality of restaurants under construction there. You can see already. That's a beachside and resort side, 2 separate estates there being built already in Nesara Bay City. And Hotel K beachside apartments will be built just where you can see the video on the top right there, overlooking that beautiful coastline. Pool, cafe, wellness club right there in front of where the video is on the right's going in. Modeled off bamboo fitness style, ice bar, steam room, saunas overlooking the ocean, pool, healthy food. A lot of people want a wellness city. They want to come for chill for the day. It's only a 10-minute boat ride across to Selong Bay, which some of you will be familiar with, and also be boat trips added to around to Kuta Lombok, and of course ferries from Bali, 90-minute ferry trip planned. So you can see the interiors of Hotel K, etc. But we'll skip through this. I want to show you some of the villas, penthouses, etc., apartments. Reasonably priced, water parks planned. Also for Nesara Bay City, villas to Airbnb or long-term living. You can see some of the quality of these villas in just a moment. Convention Centre planned for late 2026 to commence construction. So sports stadium in late 2027 planned. Some examples of some of the villas. Stunning homes you can live in. This is some of our designs. Serenity, 3-bedroom. This also comes as a 6-bedroom, 2-story as well. You can see the quality of these homes. You know, the standard now in Lombok and Bali is really increasing. Obviously with Lux, we have Australian trained project supervisors. So the standard of the building is getting closer and closer to the standard you expect in, say, markets like Australia. So the Serenity, beautiful new property, 3-bedroom and 6-bedroom designs. And 3-bedroom special launch price only $365,000. Can generate over $10,000 a month in rentals. 1-bedroom Lunas you can get. These are from $159,000, I believe. You see once again the quality. So great investment property. Or people can still certainly live in them as well. $169,000. Sorry. Once again, you can be doing finance plans, etc. Wholesale prices, if you pay in full, if you're going to pay it over time, you'll pay a slightly higher price. Nova 1-bedrooms, once again, $159,000, I think. You just see the quality of these, the type of builds that are being built for our clients for Lux. $169,000, sorry. Nuna 1-bedroom, Modern style designs, 169,000. There's quite a few different designs. Nova 2-bedroom. The Summer Breeze 2-bedroom. It's quite spacious, beautiful rooftop. 299,000. Luna 3-bedroom, beautiful homes. Once again, only from 365,000 for Australian dollars. If you're talking US, you're looking at about 2/3 of that. So 210,000 US, less than 200,000 euro. A Nuna, stunning, another beautiful, stunning design. Beautiful homes. You could be built on the mountain or flat area or by the beach. $365,000. Blanco, another similar design, but this is already selling very well. Beautiful quality homes. Great residential homes, all for Airbnb. 365,000. Can you believe a beautiful home like that? Crazy prices if you're buying wholesale. If you buy wholesale, you have to be able to pay the money up front. Retail prices, if you're paying it over time, or you miss out on the early stage investments, the prices typically rise 5% a month up into the real retail price. When a property is completed, it's worth a lot more than off the plan. But you're looking at 10, 15,000 rental incomes potential on these as a holiday home when you're not using it. If you want more higher end homes, 1.2 million type homes, beautiful mansions can be built on the beach, as you can see there. Six-bedroom Serenity. Looked at one of these, but 3-bedroom before, but you can just see the quality. Beautiful residential home. This one is an enormously great value. $795,000. That is crazy for a home, 6-bedroom. I can earn over 20,000 a month on Airbnb. Incredibly. So these are some of our previous collections. You can also buy. These are designed. The glass is super popular. This is a 3-bedroom modern home, and you'll see 199,000 for a 3-bedroom home, under 200,000 Australian. That's 120,000 approximately US, under 100,000 euro, or about 100,000 euro. Also comes 4-bedroom options. These are the cheapest villas we have. These are only 99,000 wholesale. Great rentals, $400 a week. Oasis, extremely popular. Once again, great for Airbnb, 135,000 available. Great pricing. Cabo Oasis, super popular. These are already been under construction. Many of them completing now, 145,000. Rooftop, if you want to add to it. Lotus, this one here in particular, beautiful property. There are some specials on this one at the moment. These rent very well. 269,000. You can get this as a 2-bedroom version as well. Lily, extremely popular. You can see why it rents very well. Bamboo style. There you have it, folks. There's plenty of different villas, splash villas, stunning villas. These get $1,200 a night in some locations in Bali, these style villas. 375,000. Mandela, also very popular, 1- and 2-bedroom versions. That's an existing one that's been built, just was sold. Beautiful properties. See, unique, modern, minimalistic, perfect for high rentals. 2-bedroom version of that as well. Moderna 2-bedroom and also Moderna 5-bedroom ones are available. 259,000. Moderna Oak 5-bedroom. These are extremely popular. These completing now. You can come and stay in many of these in Lux projects in Seminyak, Bali, while they're building them in Nesara Bay City and other projects. 399,000. Extremely good offer for those sort of properties. So very cheap properties. No, to qualify for finance on any of these, no credit checks or bank style approvals. You simply must be referred by an existing client. There you have it. Next steps. If you wish to purchase a property through Lux, you'll pay a $9.97 sourcing fee. It's less than $1,000 Australian. It's actually a free service. You'll get that off the price of your property. It's just to order contracts that you're serious about proceeding. Speak to your team, your agent representative first. You can WhatsApp or go to any of those websites, and you can contact the team, and they will message you. The team at Lux Property, our major sponsors for the McIntyre Report and the Australian National Review. And there you have it. So that's a wrap, folks. Hope you enjoyed that presentation. Went into some detail, but speak to your team. We appreciate the support from Lux Property, Nesara Bay City, and our other sponsors for supporting independent media and keeping our shows online and available for people around the world, especially wanting to find out not just what's going on in the world, to be aware of things geopolitically. If people want to ask how we're able to successfully predict future trends and been able to help our clients make over $10 billion in the last 25 years, it's because we study geopolitics, and many analysts, even of investment firms, simply don't understand geopolitics, what's really going on in the world. As you read, you can go and download my book, What I Didn't Learn at School But Wish I Had, for free, anr.news or 21stcenturyu.com. And you can see how we talked about these things a long time ago, the future, what's going to happen, and as they have happened, and you can profit a lot by having the information that most people don't have. If you follow fake news and fake news media, you're going to get fake advice, very bad advice. Follow independent media where you're taught to critically think and educated about what's really going on in the world. You would have bought gold and silver a long time ago. You would have bought Bitcoin a long time ago. You would have bought real estate, and you would have bought into Bali and overseas real estate as well, and diversified. So that's all we have for this show, folks. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back with some more on the McIntyre Report next week.
Opportunities like this don't appear when a destination is already famous. Introducing Nesara Bay City, a newly reimagined coastal city in South Lombok. Designed as a low-density, nature-integrated mini-city, not a high-rise mega-project. Beachfront living, resort-style amenities, and a master plan built for long-term growth. This is where early vision becomes long-term value.